My name's Tine Martin. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I was born there May the 28th, 1930.
May 28th,
1930.
And where were you born?
Indianapolis, Indiana.
What school did you go there?
Just high school. Ben Davis High School. Ben Davis High School.
Could you introduce your family, brother, sister, mother, father, parents?
Had no sisters and brothers. I was the only child.
Only child.
I didn't have to go to the draft. But all my friends went, and my mother said, "You're gonna go to Korea and get killed. And I'm not gonna have anybody." So that's how all my friends went, and I couldn't stay home.
When did you graduate high school?
1948.
1948.
Yes, sir.
And what did you do then?
I worked for my father. My father had a business. He was a painter, painted automobiles, trucks, what have you. And I knew I was going to get, the draft was on, so I knew I was going to go in the Army. So, and on my 21st birthday, which was May 28th, I was drafted on June 1,
when
1951.
So you were drafted in 1951? Drafted.
21 years old.
You were able to avoid it, right? Because you were the only child.
I was able to.
Why didn't you take that option?
My heart told me I couldn't do it. I couldn't stay at home. All my buddies all went.
But you knew that you might be dragged into the Korean War, right?
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
And you knew that you might be killed. And you made that option?
I never thought about that. My mother did, but not me.
What was your parents' reaction to that?
I thought my mother was going to have a nervous breakdown. My dad went to the draft board and said, "My son doesn't have to go, but he's going to go anyway, so let him go."
Wow.
I had no brothers and sisters.
Well, were you aware of the Korea before?
No.
Before the Korean War broke out?
I didn't know where Korea was.
But didn't you have a history class in your high school? You didn't learn anything about Korea?
No.
Did you know anything about Asia?
No. Japan, because of World War II.
I
knew where Japan was. I didn't realize how close Korea and Japan was.
What people talk about the Korean War at the time?
No.
Nothing?
No. When I came back, I met a fellow that was in high school with me. Well, he got a deferment because he was going to college. He went to pharmacy school, become a pharmacist. So I met him on the street, and he said, "Hi, Tine." He said, "Where you been? I haven't seen you for a long time." I said, "I've been to Korea." He says, "Where's Korea?" A college student.
What did you think about that kind of unawareness or the ignorance about what happened?
I didn't think much of it. But, you got to do what you got to do.
So nobody pay attention to that?
No.
No. It's a war.
Yeah.
People dying, and you're spending a lot of money there.
Yeah, but the newspapers, TV was just becoming on.
Yeah.
Television didn't start until middle of the 1950s. So when I got over there, I thought, well, maybe we'll be seen on back home. There's no correspondence or anybody there to take your pictures and see what the war was going on. Of course, I was there. I don't know really what they were seeing at home. But it wasn't a very notable war as far as a home for people.
So where did you go to receive the basic training?
I went to Fort Riley, Kansas.
Uh-huh.
I went there, and during the end of my basic training days, we had a big flood. 19 feet of water in a camp and just destroyed Fort Riley, Kansas.
Uh-huh.
So they put us on an airplane. We didn't even graduate from basic training. Shipped us to artillery school in Fort Bliss, Texas.
Uh-huh.
El Paso.
Uh-huh.
Very hot.
Uh-huh.
Been fighting a flood. Had to sandbag the river that was a little creek when we got there and become a very turbulent river.
So you got the artillery basic training?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
So I went through that. Desert-like climate, 100 degrees, very sweaty, and I left there and spent 30 days back in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Took my bags and took off and went to Korea. Went to Seattle, Washington, shipped out of.
When was it? When did you leave for Korea from Seattle?
September 1951.
Were you aware of what's going on in Korea?
No.
In terms of who's
No,
winning and
no, nothing on it.
nobody ever briefed about it?
No.
Huh.
I've never been out. I've been to Boy Scout camp. That's as far away from home as I am, and I wake up in a strange country, and it's very scary, very scary. Nobody spoke English, you know, and I never did really realize the Korean language at all. I never spoke it.
It's very unfortunate, isn't
Yes.
it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was unfortunate. But I'm proud. I'm proud that I helped protect your country.
Oh yeah.
Very much so.
We'll talk about that. What was your parents' reaction that when you were there for 30 days in Indianapolis, coming back from basic training, and you were about to leave? Do you remember any comments made by your parents or any emotional reactions from them?
My mother.
Huh?
My mother. She's very emotional. I'm surprised she did have a nervous breakdown. She did get sick while I was gone.
Oh.
Just because of that, I'm sure.
Mm.
My dad didn't talk too much about, man to man. Why?
Yeah.
He knew what I wanted to do. So.
Was he a soldier too?
No.
No.
He wasn't.
How was in the ship? How long?
Terrible.
Huh?
Terrible.
Tell me about it. Why was it so terrible?
17 days and seasick people everywhere. And if you went to take a shower, you couldn't because of the vomit and the people from the. It was a terrible trip. 17 days.
Did you do vomit too?
Yes, I did.
What did you eat there?
Nothing.
For 17 days?
I volunteered to do KP duty,
Uh-huh.
and I could eat fruit and stuff that I do would maybe stay down. That's all I tried to eat the food, and it was so greasy. It was on a spiral staircase where you went down to eat,
Uh-huh.
and that greasy smell come up and hit me in the face. I said, "You better get out of my way."
Did you stop by in Japan or did you
Yeah.
directly go to Korea?
Went to Camp Drake, Tokyo, Yokohama.
Uh-huh.
We were there about 3 days.
That's a Camp Drake?
Camp Drake.
D-R-A-K-E.
D-R-A-K-E.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what did you do in Japan?
Nothing, just got ready to go to, they gave us equipment to go to Korea with.
Did you go out to see around the Tokyo?
We went from there to Incheon.
No, when you were in Japan,
Uh-huh.
did you have a chance to go around the Tokyo city?
No, I didn't.
Oh. So when did you arrive in Incheon?
I don't know, date, September 1951.
September. Okay. And tell me about your first impression when you arrived in Korea. When you saw the Incheon, what was your impression? How was it? Was people around or everything?
No, just our
What was your unit? First division?
865th Triple A.
860 what?
865.
Uh-huh.
865th AAA, Triple A, anti-aircraft artillery.
Anti-aircraft artillery. And what is the triple? Triple A.
Yeah, Triple A.
Oh, okay.
AAA, yes.
Anti-aircraft
Artillery.
All right. So
Got off the ship and went to Kempo Air Base. Very active air base.
yeah.
We were perimeter of Kempo Air Base.
And what was your mission there? Did you?
Well, when I first got there, I was on a quad 50, which is 450 caliber, on a turret on the back end of a half track, and I was asked if I'd like to work in the motor pool. I thought, well, that's a little better than shooting at airplanes. So I took that job and had I had 5 Korean laborers that helped us change the oil and check the engines and clean up the equipment and send them back to our batteries. We had 4 batteries, A, B, C, and D. Each battery had their own compounds.
Good. Were there any dangerous moments? At the time, at the DMZ area, 38 parallel, there were a lot of going on, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how close I was to the 38th parallel at Kempo
Yeah.
until I started going to sleep at night, and you couldn't go to sleep at night for the artillery going very loud, boom, 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 all night long.
Were you scared?
No. I
I
never actually got scared.
Were there any casualties in your area?
No.
So not real kind of combat.
No. But we never unpacked our clothes because we thought we was going to get overrun.
How was life there? I mean, where did you sleep and what kind of food did you eat?
Slept in a tent.
Tent?
12-man tent. Very cold.
You didn't have any stove or anything like that?
No.
No heating at all?
Little pot belly stove,
That was it?
Yeah. And they had to go out about midnight because it was so cold.
Did
And you turned around and got your back warm, got your sleeping bag and zipped it up.
You got the sleeping bag?
Yeah, that's a great sleeping bag. Had feathers downfield. Yeah.
Do you have frostbite from the Korean War?
I did have, yes.
You do?
I have a hard time walking.
Sorry to hear that. How about the food there?
Didn't have much food. We had one warm breakfast, and then from then on we had rations.
Really? Even though you were in the Gimpo, you didn't have a hot meal? One, but not all. Sea ration?
Sea ration.
Remember which one was your favorite?
Beanie weenies.
Huh.
Beans and the little wieners. I still like them. I still eat them.
You never get sick out of it?
No. It was good. I never smoked, and everybody wanted my cigarettes. You get a cigarette ration. So I traded my cigarettes for Coca-Cola. So I had all kinds of Coke, and they had all kinds of cigarettes. And I never drank beer, so I could trade off on my beer to Coke. I had all kinds of Coca-Cola.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's quite a deal.
What did you miss most?
My mother. She's about the only one who wrote to me. My girlfriend sent me a Dear John letter after I got over there. We was going to get married when I got back. And
So you had a girlfriend? Wow, that must have been hard for her too, right?
well, she wrote me a letter and said she didn't want to marry me when I got back. She found somebody else. That's called a Dear John letter. Dear John, goodbye. I don't want to see you again.
What happened, huh?
Yeah.
How often did you write a letter back to your mom?
Every chance I could get.
Like what? One a week?
At least twice a week. 3 times. Took a long time to get there.
I know, but still it was during the war and
Yeah.
you were able to write a letter and you were able to receive the letter, right?
That's right.
That's amazing, actually.
I couldn't say I couldn't say much.
About the war.
Everything was censored. I couldn't tell her that somebody come in and took one of my laborers, took him outside and shot him because he was a North Korean spy, according to the Korean police. That hurt me.
Do you still keep any of those letters?
No.
No?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Did you have a camera at the time?
Yes, I did.
Did you take pictures? Do you still have those pictures? Huh. You know what? I gave you my business card. If you look at the back side of it, you see the Korean Peninsula, right? And there was the picture, the mosaic picture of the Korean Peninsula that I collected from Korean War veterans.
Really?
Yeah. I will show you the database, okay, that I constructed. There are more than 6,000 pictures. More than 6,000 pictures that are already collected.
Would you like some copies of the ones I have?
Absolutely. I want to have a clean copy and send it to me.
I'll do that.
You have my home address, right?
Yes, I do.
And including the letters, if you want to share.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, please. Because otherwise, nobody will see your pictures. I will show you the website. You will like it.
I'm not computer savvy, you know. I send emails and things like that, but I don't know how to send pictures and all that, so I have to send that by mail.
Yeah.
I will do that. I'll make copies of the ones I have.
Yeah. You have to make clean copies. Okay.
What's a clean copy?
Meaning that copy must be good enough.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll make sure it does. Yes.
Yeah, and you can make a serial number, okay? For example, number one, and then I need some information for each picture. For example, number one in the picture, you may have
I got you.
Your friends and where and when, if possible.
Okay.
All this information need to be write it down, okay?
Okay, I can do that.
Legibly.
I can do that.
So you miss mostly your mom. What's next?
My dad.
Did you have a good friend there?
No.
No.
Not especially. We were all very close. Good friendships.
Any Koreans that worked in your tent?
The honcho that was over my
Hancho? What is that?
the supervisor.
Okay.
The head guy. He translated. I'd tell him what we needed to do, and he.
Was he nice?
Oh yeah, very good. I'd go home and eat at his. He lived in the side of a mountain.
Okay. Were you able to go around the city?
Sure.
What did you do?
Went to the PX in Seoul. I think three times a week. You could go in and get cigarettes, shaving cream maybe, and razor blades, just the necessities.
How was people doing, Korean people in general, around that city, around that time?
good.
Do you remember anything?
I remember little orphan kids. I'd round up something to eat, and I'd see them outside our compound, and I'd take them food. That really got to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send them a picture of it.
Okay, you have those pictures.
Yeah.
So did you station in Kimpo throughout the whole service?
Yes.
Okay. When did you leave Korea?
I lived there. Christmas, December of 52. I got discharged February of 53.
What were you thinking when you departed from Korea?
Going home. Going home.
Going home.
My girlfriend left me, but you know.
Oh, you knew that she left?
Oh yeah, she sent me a letter. It's called a Dear John letter. Dear John, I don't love you anymore. I found somebody else. You never heard of a Dear John letter?
I mean, I think I heard it, but I couldn't. That's
A lot of them did that.
Yeah, must be right.
Oh, yeah. Very depressing.
It's
Very
hard.
depressing. I see her now.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah, from school. We have a reunion every 5 years. We just had our 65th reunion. Been 65 years out of school.
Yeah.
And I still see this girl.
And is she still married?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
So she has a husband now.
She still likes me as a It's been fun. I can't complain. I'll soon be 84 years old, so I can't. Very fortunate. God's been good to me.
So what did you do after you came from Korea?
Well, Jobs was very, very good at that time. Ford Motor Company built a big plant in Indianapolis.
Uh-huh.
Allison division of General Motors had built a big plant in Indianapolis.
Uh-huh.
So I got it. I went to both of those and put my application in. But I also had an older friend that was a mail carrier.
Oh.
And he said, you ought to come down and put your application in. And the postmaster was from my church.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went down and put my application in to work in the post office, I saw the postmaster call me in. I said I just put my application in. About a month later, they wanted me to come down, take a test, civil service test, which I did. I passed it.
What kind of test was it?
Math and English, and just a.
Why do you need math for?
I don't know. That was part of.
Have you ever used the math skill?
No.
Okay.
That's a government type test,
Yeah.
So, at the same time, I get accepted for General Motors, which was good. But I wasn't an engineer or something like that. I knew I was going to start at the bottom, At the same time, I had 2 job offers. So I thought, I can't work in this factory. There's a sun coming way up there in a window up above me. And I just lived outside practically for the last 2 years. I said I couldn't stand it. So I took the post office. Worked outside for 35 years.
35 years.
Yes, sir.
Very good.
Yeah.
You must be very healthy. You've been walking around.
Yes, I have. Yeah. Not now, but I have been. Yeah.
It's the best for your health.
Very much so.
Have you been back to Korea?
Yes, I have.
When did you go?
Let's see. I was there in 2008.
What did you feel?
Oh, I'm saying it's not. This is not Korea. It looks like New York City. Sky rises, bridges. We have Han River Bridge, and now there's 17 or 18 bridges going interstate highways. We took the interstate when we visited Panmunjom. Big, wide open I never seen so much traffic. Little guys on scooters going in and zigzagging out of traffic. Wonder they didn't kill them. I'll tell you, but it was an experience. I'm glad I went. But my legs were getting bad, and you know what Korea is? It's up, down, up and down.
Yeah.
I had a hard time with that. Yeah, I'm glad I went.
So, what did you think about your service and Korea now?
I really appreciated that I did protect your country, because you're a countryman. Now we're all brothers and sisters. I visited a Korean church in Indianapolis, and I'm just like brothers and sisters. It's been a good, very good connection between your people and ours.
Yeah, the Koreans never forget.
No,
Yeah.
but we won't either.
Could you talk about your chapter? What is the chapter number, and what is the name of it, and how many people there, and so on?
My chapter is Central Indiana, chapter number 259.
Indiana chapter.
Central Indiana.
Central Indiana chapter.
259.
259.
We have about 60 members. But it's getting smaller all the time. We're burying, I had 5 ex-prisoners of war in my chapter, and now I only have 1. We buried 4 of them.
Any other message that you want to leave to the interview?
I just think it was a great relationship, and I didn't think when I got to Korea, I would still remember the people. How we connected, become good friends, and it was quite an honor to eat with their family. They bowed down to me, and I never deserved anybody to bow down to me. So it was just an honor to serve my country and serve you. That's all I can.
You're a very nice man. Very nice man. And we always thank you. And in order to keep your legacy, my foundation created Korean War Veterans Youth Corps. You heard from me, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Sounds very interesting. I wish I had some grandkids that was college age or high school age. I have a granddaughter that's her mother's Chinese, and that's very interesting thing going on, because I had mentioned one time about her country fighting against me, and so anymore I let it go.
Yeah.
But,
would you talk to your chapter member to see if their grandchildren might be interested in Washington, D.C.
Sure, I will.
this year?
Yeah.
Please do so. You will have to help me so that I can build this community which will continue to work on your legacy.
Can you send me by email exactly what the qualifications is for their grandchildren?
It's a senior high school or college kids or people with college education and so on. Young descendants of the Korean War veterans will be qualified. So just tell them.
Seniors in high school? Too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And ask them to contact me.
Okay.
I gave you the handout, right? There is my contact information.
Yes, you did.
And there is a president, Dane Weber.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So
okay.
ask them to contact.
Well, I'll do my best.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you again
Thank you, sir.
for the interview, and thank you for your service.
Thanks for doing what you're doing.
Thank you.